Just let them drown, people. Just let them drown. I know that sounds harsh and mean and cruel. It's not, right? Just hear me out. The more that you try to help that person and you are banging your fists on this wall and you are engaging their flesh, you're engaging their flesh over and over again, you're saying, oh, you can do this and you can do that, and you're trying to, you're talking to their flesh. That flesh is what needs to drown. Let it drown. Stop. Just let it drown. Stop talking to it. Stop engaging it. Only speak to someone's spirit. When you do that, that flesh will drown, and it's not gonna like you. It's gonna be pissed off. It's gonna try to drown you and get you in your flesh and push you down. That's what it's gonna do. Back away. Back away. My dad said that if someone is drowning, and maybe not a child, but like somebody that's your size or bigger, and they're panicking, that they will drown you if you try to help them. And not always. I mean, I have mixed feelings on that, but as a general rule, I think he's right. He said what you really got to do is swim up behind him and knock him out. My dad had a way, but he's not wrong. They will drown you. They will get you in your flesh, and there's nothing you can do for them. But you know what the truth is, and this is what really hit me lately. I want them to drown. I want to see their flesh dead. And when I say flesh, I don't mean their bodies. I mean the product of the union of the world and your spirit, or your soul, right? So you are in union with the world and you produce flesh, and that is what you're walking in. Just like when you have union with the spirit, your fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control, right? So these things, I want the flesh to die. I want it to drown. I'm tired of engaging the flesh. All it's gonna do is yell at me and try to drown me. I'm gonna watch you drown. That's what I'm gonna do. And when you are on the bottom, I'm gonna swim down, and that flesh is dead. I'm gonna pull you out of the water. I'm gonna breathe life into you. And you know what's gonna be alive? It's gonna be your spirit. And that's what Jesus did for me. That's what the Lord does for us. And because He's done it for me, I can do it for you. And that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not going to be able to do that if I keep your flesh alive. So I don't care. Drown. I don't care. I will watch you drown. And when you want to have that help and you're ready to let the flesh die, I will go meet you wherever you're at. And I'm not going to resurrect your flesh like so many hypocrites do. They say they want to help you, but then they judge you for your past. Well, that's your flesh. If you're born again, why do you keep bringing this up? Why? And that what that actually does is resurrects the old man. And they do that, and they say that they don't, but they do it in their hearts. So they've already done it. And we can't do that, guys. We need to let the flesh die. Let it drown. Let it sit in the bottom of the pool. Whatever. And bring the spirit up. Right? We need to feed the spirit. We need to engage the spirit. Stop engaging the flesh. So what is the flesh? Like I said, this is my opinion, and I don't know if this is like the most accurate depiction of it, but this is how I see it, is that the product of the union with the world. So what's the union with the world? The union with the world is when you identify with the world, when you say, the world says this is who I am, and I like, or like, let's say you see somebody else and you go, I like who they are, I want to be like them, right? That's a union, an identity in the world, and the identity that is produced is your flesh. So like, I'm a massage therapist, and I was trained in this, and I was trained in that, and I'm a mom, and I'm this. No, that's my flesh. That's what the world says I am. I'm actually whatever God tells me I am. And that identity in Christ, it completely frees me, because I can be anything. Anything that He tells me I can be. Right? Anything. And that's the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control. But also the giftings of the Spirit, because I have not limited myself through the identity in the world and the product of the identity of the world, which is the flesh. So we have to let that die. And we have to let it die even when it looks good. Well, you're a doctor, you're this, and all these good things. You keep your house so clean, and your kids are so well behaved, and blah, blah, blah. Still the flesh. That means nothing. You know, Martha wanted Mary to help in the house, and Jesus would not take that portion from Mary. Because the house, God, it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. We need to take care of each other. Don't think that it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, who we are to the world means nothing. Nothing. I mean, I guess it means something if you're walking in your flesh.